Very nice.
Yeah, and Team Singapore, they took the Nakoruru for themselves. So that's going to be them just reading the draft from the previous games of Team Vietnam. Totally understand. But Mai being picked up by Vietnam, that means that they're going to play this game really fast, clear the first wave, rotate towards the side lanes and try to put pressure, especially towards the channel.
And one of the few games that we actually get to see Kai Yang getting his hands on the channel here. I think this is the second one in this tournament itself.
Yeah.
Very rare occasion here, but you can start to see Vietnam's draft. They like the engage. They like the Mai Shiranui. They like the Lapu Lapu, for example. So they are definitely going to be jumping on towards Kai Yang in that backline on that channel hyper carry.
Here's what we're expecting from Vietnam, right? We're expecting them to dive towards Kai Yang a lot. I hope they do so. They have to execute it well. If not, Kai Yang's going to really fly through with his scaling technique, with all of his itemization, because he is carry if you leave him alone and he gets all of his itemization. That's not what they want. But having Garuda being in the mid lane is going to give them a lot of problems trying to clear the wave as fast as possible, especially during team fights.
Yeah, and especially during high ground defenses as well, right? If needed, Team Singapore, they do have that option. Right now, based on these options, Team Vietnam, they don't really have that. But what they have is that they have very strong engages together with the Mai and the Lapu Lapu. They did ban out the Zhang Fei and also the Lianpo. That's totally understandable because they already picked the Lapu Lapu for themselves. So they wanted to try to limit the hero pool of Team Singapore, which means that I would expect Team Singapore to be considering the Moza as their last pick for the role.
Or what if they come in for the Zhuangzi here? That's a lot of crowd control and a lot of dive potential. And if they can actually disengage it and protect Kai Yang in that backline, this just could be Singapore's very own game in trying to dominate that mid to late game team fights here. It's coming down to what WeKit wants to play here. What is the decision? Aggressive or passive? What is it now?
Yeah, last time we actually saw Zhuangzi that really works. And they do take the Zhuangzi. You are spot on, Sagi. But the first time we saw Zhuangzi, it didn't work out well because the execution is not really the perfect timing. It doesn't mirror the movement of the CC hero from the enemy side. And then the next time we saw Zhuangzi, it really worked perfectly. Which one is it going to be? That's what we want to watch out for.
But the Liu Bang Neza is also a very good combo as well. But Sagi, final thoughts before we head into the game.
Now, my exact thoughts right now here, Sir Cloud. I feel like what Adam has mentioned has been spot on. If the delivery system comes in by the Mai Shiranui and also the Sadanurza gets to find the backline on towards Kai Yang, it's going to be detrimental for Singapore because he is the prime carry coming in from the Singaporean squad. But if Singapore gets to disengage coming in from the final Zhuangzi counterpick, then maybe is their shot in that mid to late game team fight. But this is Vietnam going to Singapore, the one last spot into the final last chance stage. So let's get it started.
Thank you, Sagi, as we go right into the first game between Vietnam and Singapore. It seems like there's not going to be any invasion for now. They're going to play it safe. They're going to try to really poke out onto each other for a while. It seems like a little bit of an aggression coming in from Yanji. Going to try to steal the jungle in the top lane, but the Firehawk is going to be taken by Kai Yang. Not surprising because Kai Yang farm lane is just scary.
Yes, I mean, he is a multiple MVP, right?
Yeah.
Before this even. But what's interesting for me is that Team Singapore, they took 2 smites into their draft. So by having 2 smites, they are ready to play the snowball game. They want to snowball by stealing away the jungle camps from the Team Vietnam side, and they're willing to play the late game in case they need to secure objectives when they both try to go for it at the same time.
Yes, I think that will be giving them a lot of advantages for sure in terms of objective timing. But in the top lane, still having Yuming as the Nakororo trying to get the teleport. He already get the Space Spirit. He will try to teleport towards the bottom most likely. And there's no gold difference for now. And the gold shrink technique has been done properly by both sides.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's why they are some of the best teams around, right? And they're qualified into this stage of the tournament. So when it comes to all that, they have it all in the bag. But what would break this, right? I would say that we probably need to wait till the 4th minute when the first tyrant comes up, and then we'll start to see a difference.
Yes, and right now, Namfong is still in front, trying to open the vision for the team. We still have Yihui playing quite aggressively, but look at this, Cloud.
Oh, nice entrance there onto Yihui, and now Yihui is kind of caught. Wings of Judgment will be used, but it's a little bit too late because Lin Van follow up nicely with a first strike.
Lin Van with the flash right now, manages to get the double knock-up, and the damage follow-up coming from the Vietnam side is just so quick. They managed to get him down as soon as he could. And right now, the rotation coming in from Yanji, he really needs to help his mid lane quickly because they're might losing their grounds for now.
Yeah, that's still one. That's still early, so that's okay. Now that I start to think about it a little bit more, right? So you have the Chano that normally plays backline,
Yes.
and then you have the Garuda that plays backline as well, played by Yi Hui. But the backline is kind of vulnerable as well to Ling Van that can just jump backline. That's one. And then you have the delivery system that can be comboed together with the Nerza. So actually the backline of Team Singapore can be very vulnerable. And Weekend might be in a position that he might not be able to help his teammates if he puts himself right in front.
Yeah, the battlefield command is what we're looking out for later on when they're gonna try to get Kayang as fast as possible, especially when there's Hoitag with the ultimate that he has, the Grand Skyfall, to just fly anywhere throughout the entire map. Right now, in terms of the goal, it's still exactly the same for both sides. There's not much of a difference, and it's gonna be very interesting to see, as well as Kayang already finishing his Eternity Blade.
Oh, okay, that's fast. But that came at the right timing because 30 more seconds we're going to see the timer up. And surely both sides will want to contest for it because there's nobody who has that big gap yet as of now. And so far we can see for Team Singapore, they're still kind of scattered up top, but we can expect them to make the rotation down soon.
I like how Kayang really didn't buy any boots at all. He feel quite confident, and you know what? Just don't buy boots. And now he buys the basic one because he wants to finish the Eternity Blade first so that he has the advantage in terms of farming. These are small little details which is quite important that gives a little bit of an impact if it comes down to 1 versus 1 in the bottom lane. But it seems like the Titan is going to be focused down by both sides at first. They're going to try to pull Kite, see whoever's going to do mistake. Remember about the double smite. Be ready.
Oh, they're going in for the backline now, but the Ghost Ship up. Ghost Ship will be expired, but Yuming is the one that gets the Tyrant. It goes towards Team Singapore, but Team Vietnam, they want to try to trade it back on. They try to jump all the way to the backline, but it's not that easy because of Weekend is still there. And look at Weekend. He's tagging for the team. He's the anti-CC, and Kayang will get Huitan. Now they're on the chase. Team Singapore looking for more out of this. And Team Vietnam, they're looking to disengage, and nobody else will be taken out. Maybe except for Huiduk. Huiduk, one last hit left. And here comes Kayang! What does it take to stop this man?
That's why it's so dangerous now. Form is gonna go down as well. Yuming as well to Lin Van. What a move coming in from them. Eternity Blade is so important. That is why he went with that item. Just with that one singular jump into the tower, manages to get a last hit of Huidok. And there's nothing that Huidok can actually do just now. And right now, they're gonna try to be as safe as possible. Just 2 and 3 different eliminations from both sides of the team. In terms of gold, there's no advantage whatsoever.
Oh yeah, even after all that, right? Although the Tyrant advantage is obviously given towards Team Singapore, but I would say that was quite a win for Team Singapore.
True.
And they have to give it to Weekend as well for sustaining the entire team.
And the delivery system, right? Huitan and Baohang actually worked together to get to the backline trying to find Yi Hui. And it actually worked out pretty well. They are doing it very early on, so maybe the amount of shield is not as much as it should have been. But at least it's such a good try. The execution is there. Right now, they're doing the mid splits, 4 to bottom and 1 in the middle. Maybe they're trying to defend up top, but I don't think Baohang should stay here. There's nothing he can do, even though he's trying to clear as much as possible.
Yeah, he needs his teammates together with him if they want to try to challenge this one.
Here comes.
Okay.
He cancelled.
Okay, it was cancelled. But it would have been a bad idea as well if he went in because it would have become a 2v4. So you don't want to put yourselves in that sort of situation, right?
Yeah.
Now, Weekend also bought the shield. So that's going to be giving even more sustain to the team when it comes to team fights.
At the same time, Huidok actually manages to destroy the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. They did not manage to get these resources, the Azure Golem, but it seems like Vietnam's going to try to commit to get the Overlord. This is the sub 10 minutes Overlord, the small one. There's not going to be a huge Vanguard for them to use, the Shadow Vanguard to be sent anywhere. And I don't think this is worth it, but at least you can get an extra gold from this. There's no more resources around the map for them.
Well, I guess they will take whatever they can get right at this point since they lost the first Tyrant. So might as well make themselves feel good by getting this Overlord. But somebody scouted inside the brush and it is going to be Yance. But he became just kind of like the scout. He opened up the map, opened up the space at the bottom. So now information fed towards Team Singapore.
Yan Yanji is going to be right in the middle. He's going to try to rotate around, trying to play it safe. He does have Blazing Cape very early on, but I'm not sure who is going to be for as of now. No one really have a lot of recovery for Vietnam, but at least he has it right now, right? But Azure Golem is going to be taken. It's going to be stolen by Yuming.
Right down the Kururu. Okay, they're chasing him down. Yuming is not alone though. Kayang is there together with him, but Yuming might not be able to survive this one. Here comes the backup from behind. Wings of Judgment will be used. Yuming is still alive thanks to the extra shield and the response from Team Singapore, sending Kayang to get that takedown. Now they're looking for Nampung. On the other side is going to be Huiduk. He reveals himself and Team Singapore will back off.
Amazing, Reggie C. Just for that disengage, he had to use Flash to run away, but at least they get one hero. Such a commitment, such a respect coming in from Singapore as well. And Vietnam, they know that they have to go back. They made the decision, the shot was called, and they moved back all together. They don't want to overextend at all, and the discipline is obvious.
But 15 more seconds before the next Tyrant is up though. And now with the tower destroyed at the bottom, this will give a lot more space to Team Singapore.
A lot, for sure. And the Tyrant is still there. 6 seconds before he respawns. Still waiting for a Yuming flank because he is using an Nakoruru, right? So he should be able to try to dive to the back to try to get anyone he can. But the Tyrant who's going to get it, and it's going to be Yanji's for sure. This is second time for Singapore to get the Tyrant because, again, they have 2 smites.
Yeah, it's going to be hard if Team Vietnam don't zone them away, right? Because you're going up against 2 smites. And it's going to be easy for Team Singapore to take it if nobody comes and try to challenge them. And that's how they got the Tyrant, easy peasy lemon squeezy there. But for Team Vietnam, they had to play this actively, I must say. So far, Nampung is opening up the map towards the northern side. He does see his opponent, but speaking about opponent, they are looking like they're going to chase down Yuming, and Yuming is protected.
It seems like they're trying to Wings of Judgment. He's missing all of the hits. Badly started from them, but they disengaged for so quick. And right now, Vietnam knows a lot of skills has been used by the Singaporean team. They might want to try to force it out as well, but it seems like the Raging Sea is also not available anymore. Nam Phuong's going to try to playing it safe. The Azure Golem's going to be here, and it seems like the Tyrant and the Overlord is going to be spawning in 40 seconds, and we're going to be seeing another team fight afterwards.
Oh, we're getting to the 10-minute mark soon. In about 30 more seconds, this is going to be a big one here. And for Team Vietnam, if they want to contest, they have to zone the players of Team Singapore because they're going up against a double smite. They cannot just like, okay, we go 50-50 and hopefully be able to smite it. It's going to be very hard for Team Vietnam.
Yeah, Kiat is consistently trying to open up the map in front, providing vision for the entire team. Singapore is really trying to find a more space for their teammates. Wings of Judgment has been used, trying to clear out in front of them as much as they can. Right now, will they be able to clear out the jungle in front of them? They cannot go in. There's too much of a risk. Now Tyrant has spawned. This is the Shadow Tyrant and the Shadow Overlord.
Okay. And here comes, and it looks like Team Vietnam will start it off first. And who will get their first strike here? Looks like Bao Hang is in trouble. He has to get away the same team, but Kayang gets Bao Hang. That's going to be a big target that they managed to take down. And not only that, Weekend gets Nampung. They're looking for more now. Huiduk chasing back by getting Yancer, but still the members of Team Singapore are there. Hui Tan goes all the way to the back. He gets one, but gets traded back by Yuming.
Oh, he got burned. He got burned, and Kayang went down. Double strike has been given to him. But the entire team went down. The Tyrant's going to be focused down by the Singaporean team. But a very good move coming in from Ninja.
Oh my goodness. Very, very good move for him to go all the way to the back line. Now check out this replay.
Yeah, this is exactly what happened just now. Kayang actually go forward trying to get everyone. But the movement coming in from Huitan really burning everyone slowly without them noticing. And Kayang tried to join back in. Look at up top above the screen. He went in. But the one spin coming in from Ninja manages to continue the burn. And he actually died off screen, and that's exactly what happened. His friends continued to try finding the rest of the team, but at the very least, they managed to get the entire team of Vietnam.
So many good things happened in that one fight, right? Including Kayang using the flash over the wall to save himself at the last stick of health. That was absolutely insane, right? Yeah, that should have been a highlight as well.
I like
and
it.
So far, Kayang has yet to be taken down. And you mentioned about how important it is to try to take down the channel.
I agree. Channel has been the most important thing. They have to really focus down on it. Raging Sea has been used only for the minions. I'm not sure if they... The damage from Kayang again. The critical damage hits. It procs right at the right time. I think Nam Phuong really have to take care of his position more. That ultimate was a waste, to be honest.
Yeah, it was quite a waste there, and he got taken down. So he gave that takedown towards Kayang, that one hero, that one player that you don't want to feed to because he gets to scale really, really fast. Right now, he's 9.3k gold. Let's compare it to the other side is about 8.2.
But the Wings of Judgment has been used again. Look at Huituk. He managed to be taken down very well, and the entire team goes down. Double strike has been given to Kayang. The tower is destroyed. Right now, we're waiting for Bao Hang to try to go in to buy more for space for his team, but the high ground tower has been destroyed as well. Look at the back! He managed to get one. He buys some time for his team, and Yuming goes down.
Oh, but so many good things happened in that one fight as well, including the ghost ship that came from the left side by Yanzi. That was beautifully executed. That stopped the members of Team Vietnam from going back. And they lost a couple of players in that one fight. But the trade back, like what you say, right? Ling Bang jumps forward. At least he gets Yuming, and that will stop Team Singapore from moving forward.
And Hui Tan actually manages to go down first just now. I thought he's attacked, but apparently he got focused too much. And Wikiat also providing a lot of anti-CC. It's going to be quite helpful for his team. He needs to be always ready with the presence of Lin Van. Lin Van is going to come in anytime soon, and he has to be ready with the butterfly fight. With only presence alone, that alone just forced Vietnam to move back to their base.
Oh, but look at this. Team Singapore right now, they're ready at the Overlord, and they still have the double smite together with them. And they will easily take the Overlord unchallenged, and they didn't even really need to use the smite. Okay, they used one of it,
Yeah.
but it was finished off by Kayang. At the end of the day, what's most important is that they get the Shadow Vanguard for themselves.
True, and they have the freedom to use the Shadow Vanguard to be sent. They send it down towards the bottom lane. It's gonna be Hoituk's responsibility to clear the bottom lane for now. But the most important thing for Vietnam right now, they have to find Kayang. They have to try to do this teamwork. Hui Tan and Bao Hang, the delivery combo, trying to get Kayang is the most important thing. I believe that if they can get that done and try to get Yi Hui in the process, they will have enough space to try to win the team fight.
And Kayang already completed the Sun Chaser, will not make it any easier for Team Vietnam to try to catch him.
True.
He can extend his range by turning on the Sun Chaser, and he'll put himself in a very good position.
But it seems like Wings of Judgment is going to be taken out. Can he hit the target? It does not work right now. Nerja is going to get a lot of damage coming in from the knuckle. Hui Tan goes down. Yuming finds his target, and the Vanguard is going to go in, trying to destroy all the towers. Can they have the time to defend here, Cloud?
Okay, they want to try to end this one right now. They're looking for Nampo. Nampo managed to slide away to safety for now. Yanzi absorbs the damage, and he's still okay. Now all 5 members of Team Singapore, they're still in the game right now. Wings of Judgment will shoot the members of Team Vietnam back. At the same time, they get Hui Duk, and this is game 1 to Team Singapore.